Welcome to GFN Gaming. I'm Russ, and in today's video we've got an exclusive look at the new Kill Team box, Typhon. We'll be going to that grim dark world of Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team to pair the two new teams off against each other. I'll be running the Raveners and Ryan's going to be running the Battleclade. And if you like what we do here, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. It all helps grow the channel. But let's look at those brand new teams, starting with the Raveners. The Raveners kill team clocks in at 5 operatives, so it's the smallest kill team in Kill Team. We're taking the Ravener Prime. It's a beast in combat along with some CP generation. The Wrecker is the hardiest with a 4-up save and some crushing claws. Next up we have the Fell Talon, which is a bit of a poisoned melee and shooting operative. However, the Venom Spitter is the true ranged threat in this team with unlimited range blast or piercing 1, and then the Tremor Sight, who dares anyone to get close to one of those tunnels. I'm going to be taking all the faction equipment, so the extra saving cover, the D3 lost wounds when activate, acid blood so inflicting damage when I get attacked, and then an additional chance to get a reroll for initiative. Let's have a look at what Ryan's bringing with the Battleclade. It's your classic 10 operative kill team. We've got the standard leader, which is the techno-archaeologist. Got some interesting strategic gambits and a decent pistol. Not that great in combat or shooting. This is your servitor underseer, and he's got a bunch of support actions. We've got both flavors of gun servitor, one with heavy arc and one with heavy bolter. We got 3 combat servitors, 2 with incendiary igniters and 1 with a melter gun. We've got the breacher servitor with a pretty deadly las cutter in close range, and a return to the old. We've got your classic techno-medic servitor, which is your medic operative. My favorite is the auto proxer servitor. Got a decent taser goad and some interesting abilities. Ryan's taking all the faction equipment, so that's 2 pre-game faction equipments that will resolve as and when they happen, and electromagnetic capacitors boosting his combat, and then concealed apparatus giving him a little bit of a switcheroo in turn 2 based on some conditions. So those are both of the new teams. We'll go over their rules as and when they happen, and I'll take a brief moment in a sec to just describe their main faction rules, as they will obviously happen a lot during the game. So this is the board, these are the objectives. We have rolled up a normal mission, and that is mission 4, Upload. So at the end of each turning point after the first, you can score from any objective markers that have 1 or more of your upload points. For each that you do, remove all of your upload points from it. You score the same number of victory points. You can only score from each objective marker once, and note that friendly operatives don't have to control that marker to score from it. There is an upload mission action. You remove all of your opponent's upload points, if any, from an objective marker your active operative controls, and then that objective marker gains 1 of your upload points, unless it's already gained 1 of your upload points during this turning point, or you've already scored from that objective marker. You can't do this action on turning point 1 or while within control range of an enemy operative.
Perfect arm. Okay. Should we go for the roll-off for initiative? So 4. I'm using a dirty Deadwood dice, and I've got to give a shout out to Luke, the only good Deadwood player.
Luke's the only good Deadwood.
Oh, he's let me down.
You know, I've got a Deadwood dice as well, but it only rolls once.
It does only roll
once.
once.
You know what? You can't write this. It does only roll ones. Well, I will be the... I'll pick the side. I'm going to pick this side.
Nice.
Yeah. So I won the initiative picking this side. Before we go into placement, we're going to go over the team's faction rules just so you've got an idea before the battle begins. So we're going to start with the faction rules for the Raveners. They've got a few rules, one of which impacts their operative setup, which is burrow. So when you first set up a Ravener kill team before the battle, your first 2 operatives must be set up as normal. Each other friendly Ravener operative thereafter can be set up underground. In the firefight phase, friendly Ravener operatives set up underground are activated and can counteract as normal. Whenever a friendly Ravener operative is underground, it cannot perform any actions other than burrow, and at the end of the battle, each friendly Ravener operative that is underground is incapacitated. Burrow is a 1 AP action. If this operative is underground, set it up on your tunnel in a location it can be placed. It's no longer underground. It can be set up within control range of enemy operatives. Until the end of the activation/counter action, subtract 2 inches from its move stat. Alternatively, instead of resolving the above effect, if this operative is in the kill zone and on your tunnel, remove it from the kill zone. It is now underground. An operative cannot perform this mission while carrying a marker. That's your main skill, the burrow. It's linked heavily to tunnel, so basically at the end of the setup operative step, place one of your tunnel, the one marked at 0, on your kill zone floor, wholly within your drop zone and touching your kill zone edge. And then as a strategic gambit in the first 4 turning points, you can place your next numbered tunnel marker on the kill zone floor, wholly within 5 of your preceding tunnel marker. In Gallowdark, this can be measured through walls. So as the battle progresses, you have a series of sequentially numbered tunnels 0 through to 4, and once you have placed 5 tunnel markers, don't place any more, even if your battle lasts longer than 4 turning points. Your tunnel marker and the area between your sequentially numbered markers, i.e. 0 and 1, 1 and 2, create your tunnel. And the last rule is predatory instincts, so each activation you can perform 2 fight actions, and each friendly Ravener can counteract regardless of its order. Whenever it does though, you can change its order first or change its order instead of performing an action. For the latter, still treat it as having counteracted this turning point, and during that counteraction, if it doesn't perform a mission action, it can perform a free burrow action. Those are the Ravener's faction rules. Let's move on to the Battleclade. It's just the one Noospheric network, but let's get into it because it's got a lot of moving parts. So when a friendly Battleclade servitor operative is activated, you can transfer power. If you do so, subtract 1 from its APL stat until the end of that activation. After that activation, you can then network counteract with 1 other friendly Battleclade servitor operative before your opponent activates. Whenever you network counteract with a friendly operative, first select its order, it can then perform a 1 AP action for free, but cannot move. Once it's done so, your opponent then activates as normal. This is effectively you take 1 action point to give another operative an action. It's worded in a weird way, but it's because certain operatives can do this for free, and it needs to be worded this way, otherwise it'll be minusing 2 APL. I'm sure there's another way to do it, but this is how it's been done. Also, there's a stipulation: an operative cannot transfer power or network counteract if it has an APL stat of less than 2. So if the stat has been changed to less than 2 by a rule for some reason, shock, stun, etc. Network counteract is a counteraction, but the operative doesn't need to be expended with an engage order to do it. That means if they're ready when they network counteract, then they can still be activated as normal later in the turning point. An operative that does network counteract cannot do so again or counteract during the same turning point. So with that now decided, we'll get on to the actual deployment. I chose to go first, picking the side, so I'm going to deploy my 2 operatives, everyone else is going to be underground, and then Ryan's going to deploy his Battleclade. I'm also incidentally placing my first tunnel marker here, then we're on to the scouting phase. I pick reposition, move forward with my Wrecker, and Ryan's going to choose equipment, placing 2 ladders here. He then rolls his faction equipment.
So you've got sneaky shenanigans happening with your equipment. So I've gone for all the faction equipment. As the first one, covert guises. After revealing this equipment, roll a D3. Oh, Big 3. It's a 3. This is good money. It's good, it's good. I can reposition 3 operatives after setup. After setup.
Nice.
The other one is the neurocyclic reserve cells.
This is going to be a test of how to say stuff, isn't it?
It is. There's a lot of the
big. I gave you the most annoying faction to learn their names for, didn't I?
We'll be fine. So after revealing this equipment, roll a D3.
Big 3 again. I'm going to look at this as well.
And I can transfer power without removing APL 3 times during the battle.
Oh, that's good. So you get basically 3 dashes for free.
Yeah.
Oh, well, D3 dashes, but that's 3 big money.
Well, it was a gamble with both of these network factions.
Well, even 1's pretty decent. I like that. Okay, cool stuff.
Let's see how it goes.
I've got nothing to do apart from put my first token down for my tunnel, which I have done.
Excellent.
Let us continue. So we've had deployment, we've had scouting, and we've had faction equipment all be decided. It's now nothing left to do but actually play the game, Raveners versus Battleclade.
We descended into the vaults of Hecaton 9 to reclaim lost archaeotech, fragments of the STC data entombed beneath centuries of ash and decay. Battleclade Theta 27 established perimeter control while I interfaced with the primary cogitator core. The machine's spirits stirred, data bled through corrupted noospheric veins. Then came the tremors. They struck from below, Raveners, tyrannid bioforms tunneling through stone and steel, bypassing our defenses in an instant. Admech lines buckled under the sudden assault. The vault shifted from site of recovery to kill zone. This is no longer an excavation, it is a purge. The data will be preserved, the Xenos will not.
You've got the first initiative.
Okay, well, as
Primary op, I should say.
So I'm going to have to use my faction equipment that gives me 3 dashes.
Oh, of course, yes. So you get 3 dashes because you rolled the big 3.
So back to you. Have you got any ploys, anything that you need to do? Has any characters got anything?
Well, let's have a look.
Gambit.
So, Synaptic Link. It's a strategic gambit. If it isn't incapacitated, roll 1d6 and compare the results to the number of the current turning point. So, I get to roll. I think this is going to be one of those things that ends up being
amazing or terrible.
3. If the result is higher, I gain 1 CP.
Amazing.
That's pretty good then.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, that was real simple. So on a 2-up, turning point 1, you're going to get 1 CP. If you roll a 1, nothing happens.
Okay.
And then if it's less, you inflict damage on that operative. So I quite like that. It gets a turning point 2.
Tries it.
You might not want to.
Yes, so my techno-archaeologist, this guy, has a strategic gambit. You can Omni-Scanner, fullback, place marker, pick up marker, or reposition. Or mission action. Okay, yeah, so he's going to pick him and Omni-Scramble him. And everyone now has Ceaseless against him.
Nice! Does that just happen for this turn?
Yeah.
It's like 1 operative visible to or within 8 of this operative to gain 1 of your Omnisire scat tokens. Whenever a friendly Battleclade operative is shooting against, fighting against, or retaliating against an enemy operative that has 1 of your Omniscanner tokens, that friendly operative's weapons have the Ceaseless rule.
Yeah.
This operative cannot perform this action while in control range of an enemy operative. But that's it.
And they give you a load of tokens.
Doesn't say it disappears.
Well. Yeah.
So you got 4 potentially if he's still alive.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to place my next token. I've just checked. It says wholly within 5. Back over to you, sir.
Don't think I'm going to play anymore, but I better actually have a read. No, we will play nothing. We will save our 3 CP.
I think, even though I've got a bunch of ways to get it, I think I am going to save my CP. I'm not going to spend too heavy. I'm going to.
Well, you've only got 2 guys on the board.
Yeah, I don't think I need anything so far. Okay. Anything else from you?
Nothing.
I think we go into turn 1 then.
Turn 1 enabled.
First activation is the heavy bolt. He's going to dash and then climb up the ladder, and I'm going to pass with one of my operatives underground. Ryan moves the combat melter towards this door, and I'm going to pass again with an underground operative. So he is going to move forward with his breacher servitor, and I again pass underground. So he moves forward with his medic. Is this the first new spheric transfer?
He's transferring.
Is this the breacher, sir? No.
Yes, he is going to do it to the breacher. Oh, so it's the medic.
Yes.
He's moved. He's new spheric networked to the breacher.
Okay, who's now going to perform a single action APL.
Yes, and he is going to put a breach point.
Said that weirdly.
Against the wall where he's at.
Yeah, sure.
I just wanted to do it.
Yeah, there's a door right there. There's a door right there.
Been activated.
Nice. So I'm going to have to do something now because I've passed with all my guys underground. I mean, your guy loses 1 APL, but the other guy doesn't need to mark it.
Yeah, so I don't need to actually mark it. But yeah, that's what he did.
So, in summary, the medic has moved forward and made the breacher make a hole in the wall, but I now have 3 juicy targets. My 3 APL wrecker is going to move and dash to the door, and I've got 3 targets to hatchway fight. I decided to start as I mean to carry on, which is violently. I probably shouldn't be going straight in for this, but it feels appropriate.
It does.
For the Nids to be going in pretty rough.
So you've only got 1 fight.
I've basically got 1 fight, and I'd like to kill whoever I fight, and I should kill whoever I fight. I'm going to go for the medic first anyway, though.
You're going to kill the medic?
Yeah, I'm going to try and kill the medic. So I've got 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, 4, 5, and I have the crush rule.
Okay.
So, this is what I've got so far.
Yeah. So the medic, he's actually a combat medic with a surgical claw, 4 attacks hitting on 4s,
Crikey, man.
rending, and I've got Ceaseless against you. Okay.
So reroll the 3s.
Yeah, that's going to become a crit.
So 2 crits so far. 2 crits though, unless you want to spend any rerolls. Okay. So, I do have an interesting rule, which is crush.
Yes.
Whenever I strike, you and your opponent roll off, adding 1 to your result if the operative this weapon is being used against has a wounds of 9 or less. What's your wounds count?
8.
Sweet. If you win, inflict additional damage on the operative equal to the difference between the dice results to a max of 3. So, I do 5 damage. How many wounds?
8.
So, if I roll 3 more than you, you just die on the first strike.
Ooh.
So,
He's gambling.
What's your damage?
My damage is 4 and shock.
Oh, so you hit and you will get rid of one of mine. So I hit, you hit, get rid of one of mine. I would kill you anyway.
Yeah.
So I think I'm okay with it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strike you for 5 damage.
Okay.
And now, sir, we are going to roll off. I will be plussing 1.
Plussing 1?
Because you are less than 9 wounds.
Okay.
Oh, well,
you
nothing
don't crush
happened.
me.
I do not crush you. It'll happen next time.
It will.
So,
okay, so I'm gonna thump you back.
So I do reduce damage of 4 or more is takes 1 less damage.
Okay,
this guy.
so you only take 3 damage.
So I take 3 damage and you parry, and then I will deal 4 damage, which will kill you. But I forgot my equipment, so it's happening a little bit out of sequence. But because I took acid blood, every time you strike me, you roll a d6, and on a 5 up, you get damage. So it didn't happen, but that's
how much damage?
Just 1.
Wow.
You just get inflict 1 damage. So a
All
5 up, I need to remember that. So the first kill is on the books for the Raveners, and it's on to Ryan. He's going to activate the Auto Servitor proxy. So you're doing Gaze of the Omniscire?
Gaze of the Omniscire with the spotter against him.
Against my Venom Spitter.
That is the one.
So that means my Venom Spitter can now not be obscured, and you have Seek Light against me?
I believe so. Seek Light, no obscuring, and anybody visible to him has Saturate. Anyone that he can see, the whole team have Saturate against.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I mean, if you're ever playing not on Volkers, that's going to be massive. Okay, so that's his move?
Yes, that is it. Done.
Nice. Over to me, and I'm going to activate my Venom Spitter, moving forward and performing the Distend Dorsal Sac action. So that means I'm full range, lethal 5, and +1 to the attack stat of Venom Bolt. Then it's over to Ryan. He activates his Combat Servitor and moves forward, debates doing Spheric Fear, but decides against it, and then I counteract with my Wrecker. He's got a couple of targets, but I'm going to go for the Melter. I'm going back to the scene of the crime, and I'm going to try and continue my marauding. Because he's got the Melter, I'm going to go for the guy. So I'll go for the Melter now. I'm feeling in a semi-confident position. I'm going to remember I've got... So Metamorphic Flesh, every time I activate, I get D3 Lost Wounds, but a counteraction is not an activation, so I don't get it this turn, which is lovely. Though it's not lovely. But I will strike anyway, and I will hope to stay alive to activate them and gain some wounds back. So I'm 5 attacks, hitting on 3s. Let's go. It's not a great roll again. I mean, it's not been a hot roll. Let's see what you do. So far, there's 2 misses there.
3 attacks, hitting 4s. I mean, hitting a crit, and I've got Ceaseless, so...
Yeah. So we're hitting a crit, but have you got Rending on this guy?
No. Oh! No, I've got Shock, though.
You do have Shock, so that's going to end up with me with only 2 hits. But that generally is enough, even with my double 4. It's enough. I should have put the damn reduction on. I should have done something. I don't know what I could have done. I mean, to be fair, I could have.
I didn't think you were going to fly.
I didn't think so. I
across the board and slaughter the servitors in the first turn.
This is what I'm about. So I'm going to do 4 damage. Whenever I strike, you and your opponent roll off. Adding 1 because you have less. It's a big one. It's 6. This could do it. It's a max of 3.
Unless I roll a 6.
So it's 4, 5, 6, 7. How many wounds are you? 8. So I can't kill you because it's a max of 3.
Oh, right.
And you only get a 5. So I get 7, which is 2 damage because it's 2 more than you. So I've done 6 damage on you.
Okay.
So you've got 2 wounds remaining.
I hit you for 4.
Which goes down to 3 because of my
takes 1
damage
out.
reduction. And then I will hit you again. There's no point rolling off.
No,
I will just kill you.
me.
So he's going to kill you again. So I've taken 3 damage.
Unbelievable.
So I'm down to 14 damage remaining. Which is not bad. So I get another kill and get 1 victory point. My first point for the kill up, having killed 2 of the 10 operatives, and it's back over to Ryan. Speed round. He passes with the heavy arc rifle. Techno-archaeologist is going to omni-scan my Venom Spitter. He activates a Servitor and the Underseer. Okay, so he's going to move within 6 inches, so his is a 6-inch thing.
Yeah, and then he's going to network. No, he's going to Spheric Spur.
Without having to do the minus.
So it's 1 AP out to force somebody to die.
And that's it. It's quite a short turn 1 because of the 5 operatives. Here's where we started, and here's where we ended up at the end of the first turning point. Despite it being only turning point 1, there are 2 dead Battleclade operatives already. As a quick reminder, we're playing mission 4, which won't start scoring until turning point 2. So let's get straight into that turning point 2. Okay, so we're in turning point 2. I shall break ties.
TP2.
It's 2, it's not great. So you got a 6. Do you want to take it, or would you like me having it?
I think I will.
You take it?
Yeah.
Man alive, I'm gonna have to 2 dice on CP. Jesus Christ.
So,
strategic ploys, sir. Strategic gambits.
he gets a strategic gambit where he can move, fall back, move, reposition. So at the minute, I'm in charge range of him. So I am going to.
So that's just his freebie. He's just gonna disappear.
Yeah. Strategic gambit, fall back, move, omniscan. So he's gonna just move to there.
And what's that called again?
Seeker of the Divine Arcana.
So he's moving back within his drop
You
zone.
know what? He'll go there.
Go back to where
do
he
it.
was. Ravager Prime will do his thing again.
Ravager Prime.
I get 4. I am higher than turning point 2, so I gain a CP, going up to 7 CP. This is insane amounts of CP. Over to you, sir.
I'm going to play the Duty of
Reclamation?
That's the one.
What is the duty
If
of
I
reclamation?
contest a marker or a mission marker, I get to use command rerolls in defense.
Oh, is that
or
that
attack.
one? After every action.
Yeah, it feels like you should get a fair bit out of that.
I will place my token wholly within 5.
Yep.
I'm placing my next tunnel point.
Okie dokie. Damage reduction on a 5 up. The Incarnation of the Iron Soul.
Oh, nice. I'm going to use Whipcord Emergence, taking me down to 6. When an operative is shooting a friendly Ravener, if I perform the burrow, during that turning point, I can reroll one of my defense dice. If that friendly operative is on your tunnel, you can reroll any of your defense dice. So that is going to be in play for me.
I'm gonna save my others.
Yep. Death from below, that's what I thought I was doing. So death from below, if I perform burrow, I get balanced. If I'm on my tunnel, I have ceaseless. Over to you, sir. Is there anything else from you?
Nothing.
You know what, I will do tunnel lurkers, which is the whole if I'm on my cover. If I'm on my tunnel, I'm in cover. But it's treated as light terrain. Anything else from you?
Nope.
I think we're going into turning point 2.
Yeah.
First activation is that Breacher, and he's going to try and take out my Wrecker.
So
You've moved through the hole in the wall.
the Breacher has gone through the hole in the wall.
Indeed.
His massive 4 inches, because that's all he can move.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He is then going to shoot the Las Cutter, close range, 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, 4/5, lethal 5, P2, and I've got ceaseless against you. Let's chop this alien scum in half. Okay, so one
got
lethal,
ceaseless, yeah.
and I'll re-roll the 2s
Yeah.
with ceaseless.
So you hit on 3s.
I hit on 3s.
Ooh, okie dokie.
Swapping the dice. I need this to be good.
2s into 2s! Oh my god! It's a crit and a hit and it's P1?
P2.
P2! Oh
Yes.
no! P2. So, I have 4-up save. He is my best save. Most of them are 5-up saves.
Okay, so you get 1 dice.
1 dice. I've got nothing. I save 1.
Okay.
How much damage is that?
That's 5 damage, which gets reduced to 4.
Yes.
Mother.
Wow.
trucker.
Okay, that's nice for me. So I'm down to 10 wounds.
He could have killed. No, he couldn't have killed you unless he'd have got all 4 hits through.
Yeah, he needed a strong
I
roll.
mean, getting 1 through.
Getting 1
was
through.
not-
I mean, saving 1 was pretty lucky as well for me.
It was not what
It's not what the doctor ordered.
the doctor ordered.
So I activate the Wrecker.
We are going to stay right here, sir.
He's gonna swing his tail out.
Yeah, so he's got a bit of an Ankylosaurus tail going on. And I'm not injured yet, because I've got 20 wounds. I'm on half, literally, which is nuts. But I'm going to try and have my cake and eat it as well. So I've got Bone Mace attack. It is silent, but I'm going to stay engaged because I want to do some charging afterwards.
Yep.
4 attacks, hitting on 3s, 3, 4. It's only range 3, but you're technically in range 3. And piercing 1.
Okay.
So let's have a go at some shooting. It's not great so far, but I do have a bunch of CP that I might want to use as a reroll. I'm just going to double check I don't have any built in from everything I've got. I do not, but I'm going to spend 1 for 1 reroll.
Okay.
I'm going to use a different dice because that's what people do. Didn't pay off. 3, 4. I'm going to spend another reroll.
Okay.
You know what? This is the last reroll I can do, but I have a glut. Oh my god! Never spend a reroll.
2 CP.
Never spend a reroll.
So I save on 4 up.
P1.
It is P1 though.
Here's
so
P1.
2. So
Get rid
save
of the
the
crit.
Hold on. What's the damage on
3,
both?
4.
So actually, I'm gonna my damage reduction doesn't kick in, does it? Because it's only on... damage is 3, yeah. So I'm going to roll a 5 up for the normal damage.
Sure.
And on a 5 up, it's only 2 damage.
Wow,
Oh, baby,
right.
2 damage.
2 damage.
Nice, he's alive on 6 wounds.
He's alive on 6 wounds. Do I then charge and fight him, or because he's gone, you know what I'm going to do? So I end up charging the Melter with my Wrecker. He's not injured yet, and I'm going to fight. 5 attacks, I'm still not damaged yet. Hanging on to that thingies. I'd like a nice high roll. That's decent, that's the best roll so far. So far I've got that many hits, hitting on 3s.
I'm hitting on 4s with Ceaseless.
Oh dear. For the 1s, you could pull this roll around though.
Nope, that's 0.
So, I'm gonna have to reveal my hand somewhat. So, I'm going to...
Oh, I know what you're going to do.
I'm gonna deal...
You're going to implant me and then stay in combat with 1 wound left.
I'm gonna deal 4 damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do crush.
I'm going to see if I
reduce
it to 3, which I don't.
Okay, let's roll off. I get a 6.
Jesus Christ.
4, so it does 3, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7. So you got 1 wound left.
Okay.
I'm then going to implant you.
Yes.
As you might have realised.
Okay.
That is my implant card done.
Yes.
Because he could disengage though, and then you could shoot me. So he might just disengage and shoot me. But I'm going to leave. I'm going to hide in combat briefly. I'm going to see if I can do anything. I know that maybe it's foolish because you can just disengage.
No.
But I'm quite okay with him being very injured and being my implant guy.
Okay.
So Ryan activates his servitor and plants his first beacon. He's then going to activate this guy with Newspheric Sphere.
Trying to call the bluff because he's got an implant. He's feeling a little bit safe.
Well, yeah, he's
neuro done him, so he can now counteract.
Yeah.
Can he counteract fight?
Yeah. It says you can flip the order as well. Oof. I don't even need to flip the order. What am I on about? Because he's in engagement, so.
Okay. So you could injure this guy at the very least.
Hitting on 5s.
Yeah.
With Ceaseless. You know what I forgot as well? What? It hasn't come up yet. He's ready.
Ooh.
So I'm severe and shock.
I heal him D3 when I activated him. I'm just going to put it on quickly. 1.
Ceaseless is rolled into a fail.
Okay, that's good.
But I am severe because I'm ready. So that gives you a crit, doesn't it? Severe.
Yeah.
Severe and shock. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, you've not done any damage to me yet. So I hit with everything.
Okay.
Mother, but that... you're going to make me kill you. You're going to make me kill you.
Or you can parry yourself out. So I'm going to hit you for 4 and knock out 1 with
which
shock.
goes down. So it goes down, so that's 3 damage, yes?
Yes.
Is that your normal damage?
4 damage, but down to 3. Yeah. So you could parry me and stay in combat.
I'm going to parry you. But then he's still going to be able to go.
I don't know what you're on about.
So you're going to just have taken 8 wounds. You're just chipping me down. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to parry you out. I'm going to keep him alive.
Ooh, you're interesting.
Cheeky little admech, just chipping my wounds off.
Seeing what they can do.
And then we roll Acid Blood because I don't think it's an option, and luckily he survives so I can still farm him for victory points. I then activate my Venom Spitter, move him forward, and fire.
My Venom Spitter has moved forward. He's on his tunnel. Yes. So I'm gonna try.
You're gonna shoot me.
I'm gonna do a little piercing focus bolt because you are going to be obscured because you're in the building. But I do have piercing 1 basically. So 4 attacks, hitting on 3. That's everything on, which is lovely, but I lose 1 and I can't retain any crits.
What?
It is P1 though.
Okay.
This might be enough.
It might be. So in that
6
case,
wounds left.
I am going to run the autopheric supplication.
So this can only be used for the Tech Priests, which are the 2 characters, and can't be used for the normal servitors. So mistakes were made. I also increased the damage versus increasing the attack dice. So 2 mistakes.
Which,
wow,
ignore piercing
easy
weapon
for you
rolls.
to say. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Ignore piercing, so it'd ignor P2, wouldn't it?
Yeah, ignore piercing altogether.
So I'm saving on 4s. I don't get cover because I've gone obscured. Okay, crit and a save.
2, it'll be 1 going through.
Yep.
It'd be 5 damage.
So on a 5 up, it's a 4 damage.
It's 4 damage, so down to 2 wounds.
Okie dokie. Well, I'm gonna do something that seems very unthematic for what I am, which is a massive scary bug. I'm going to burrow. So I lose my dorsal sac, but I've already fired it. So
You've lost your ball
anyway.
sac.
I've lost my ball sac.
Over to Ryan, and he's going to disengage with this combat servitor, leaving my Wrecker out in the open, and then I'm going to pop up out of nowhere with my Fell Talon right here. He's normally -2 movement, but I forget this, so he moves 7 inches and then bops upload onto this objective. So, odd move. The Underseer moves forward and plants beacon, but it's not in my half, so it's not a victory point. He then moves back and then does a perform action on this guy, the Nospheric Network. However, the Tech Priests can't Nospheric Network. It has to be a Servitor, and he does have an ability to do this. However, he has to be within 6 inches of one of these targets, and he's not. So, shouldn't happen, but it does.
You've still with the activation of your Tech Priest.
Underseer, yes,
Yeah,
the Tech Priest.
He's doing his Nospheric implant stuff, so
my equipment to do it for free.
Yeah,
so he's getting the heavy servitor. So accurate 2 because I'm on a double vantage. Ceaseless. Okay, get the crit, which is good. So P activates. It's a 5.
It's a 5. You've got P1.
1 crit, 3 hits.
I haven't used burrow. I'm not on my tunnel. I do have cover, so I can retain 2.
But you wouldn't want to because...
What have you got? I think I might. Well, you got a crit and 3 hits.
Yes.
So it would become a crit and a crit and a normal. What's your damage?
4, 5.
So it's 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll be alive on 1 wound.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna take my 2 saves, which are 4-ups.
Okay.
And guarantee live on 1 wound.
Okay.
So you can use the equipment to do Nospheric Network for free, technically, but the priests can't do it, sadly, so it wasn't technically allowed. But here's where we are, and it's over to me, and then I pop up with my leader, upload on objective 1, and then pass. Over to the Techno-Archaeologist, he's going to dash and move on to objective 3. He's then going to Omniscan my leader. My Tremor Sight is still underground, and I'm going to pass, and Ryan activates the Heavy Gunner.
The heavy bolter servitor is shooting down. Accurate 2. Ceaseless.
Hitting on 4s?
Hitting on 4s.
Reroll the 3s though. Oh! Hang on a sec. It's P1. Oh no, you didn't get P1.
I didn't get P1.
So, I'm going to take my 2 cover saves because of my chromatic.
No, I rerolled everything.
My chromatic spore camouflage. So you can retain any cover saves, you can retain 1 additional cover save. So I'm going to get rid of that, and then I have to roll for this. I need a 4-up basically to live. Oh, hang on a sec though, because no, nothing applies to him. Do I re-roll it? 50-50 chance. I'm going to do a 50-50 chance at re-roll. I'm re-rolling the same dice. He lives.
He lives.
I mean, he might die soon, but he doesn't live.
He is going to die soon.
He will die
soon.
All right, mate.
He will die.
All right, mate.
He then Nospheric Networks with the Techno-Archaeologist to upload on this point, which he can't do because you can only do Servitor to Servitor. I counteraction charge with my Wrecker, and the Auto Proxy moves and dashes over here. I'm going to counteract with my Fell Talon.
He's got his silent shooting. It's 4 attacks with his toxic glands. He has performed the burrow, so my melee weapons have ceaseless. Damn it. Not yet, so, sorry, 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, 2 crits, but that's not too bad. Yeah, range 6, silent poison. Carry on.
Okie dokie. 4s.
Oh! So that would be 4 damage and poison.
So I'm going to have to spend my last CP on a 50-50 to keep him alive.
To get a 6?
No, because I've got another save there.
Oh, to re-roll the fail.
Yeah. So I need a 4-up, right?
Go for it. So he's re-rolling it. Oh! Yes! No, that was silly, but I like that you did it. But you, oh yeah, I don't even get to do poison.
No.
Man alive. Normally I would say don't do that, that's stupid, but I stand corrected.
Last activation, the Heavy Gunner is going to pass and then Nospheric Network the Breacher to smash another hole in this wall, because why not? And that's the end of Turning Point 2. Here's where everyone started, and here is where everyone has ended up after a raucous Turning Point 2. In an odd turn of affairs, there's 0 deaths. this turn. Here's a reminder we're playing mission 4, and here are the points on the objectives that we currently have. I do get a second victory point for implant. This combat servitor was implanted and is still alive. However, due to the confusion, Ryan won't get a second point for plant beacons, as both of these beacons are in his own deployment zone and he needs 1 in mine to score. Because no one scored on the crit yet, it's 3-1 as we move into turning point 3.
Initiative roll for turn 3.
Yep.
I will break ties again, but I really like it, sir. No, I'm not going to get it with a 2.
Like oh no!
So I am going to break ties. You know what? Because I've got quite a bit of CP, I will take it.
Yes.
Yeah, but I will take it. I will now roll to see if I get more. So I get 2.
You don't get it this time.
Which means, hang on a second, this is important. Because of turn 3, I think I lose D3 wounds.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, no.
That leader takes some mortal wounds.
So it's less, I inflict damage equal to the result.
So I get a free gambit. This guy, he's gonna do his free reposition. He has to end within range of that, so
Within control range, I assume. Yeah.
For the Seeker of the Divine Arcane.
I will place another token, I guess. That is my 3rd token down.
I'm gonna play this time. Duty of reclamation.
So I'm going to read the last line of this because it's what we both don't do during this game, which is it only can be done if a Battleclade operative contests an objective marker or one of your mission markers. Kids, read your rules.
So I'm going to use Ride Out of Sight. Ooh. So, select 1 Ravager operative. That friendly operative can immediately perform a free burrow action.
Mother trucker.
So...
And they can come up, not just go down.
The burrowers come up or come down, so...
Yeah.
Did you say you were doing anything else?
No.
I'll leave it for now. I'll leave it as that.
My first activation will be the Venom Spitter, and I'm going to charge the Undersire.
Try and take out one of your head honchos.
No, it's not the techno-archaeologist, it's the Underseer. He's got data spikes. They sound strong, don't they?
They do sound strong. I'm guessing he's going to be nails in combat.
3 damage.
Yikes.
3 attacks, hitting on 5s.
Hitting on 5s.
However, I am severe and shock because I'm ready.
Well,
and
I am 5 attacks, hitting on 3s for 5. That is...
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's... Let's see what you've rolled. That is a shocker.
1, which is a crit because of severe.
I mean, I can fight twice, so I think I'm probably just going to do that. So I'm going to implant you.
Ooh, interesting. And I'll hit you for 3. Fight again?
We'll fight again and hopefully get a better roll. It is a better roll. Not massively better, but... So, how many wounds you got?
9.
There. 5 damage.
Okay.
You get rid of 1 and I...
3 damage.
3 damage? Oh, you got shock?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I'll do 4 damage.
Yes.
So 3 damage. Down to 17.
So another kill for the Raveners, and I will get my victory point in turning point 3 for implant, having implanted a fresh target. Ryan then activates the Breacher and moves and dashes towards my Wrecker. My Fell Talon is going to upload on objective 2, and then Ryan fights with the Servitor.
He's punching you with his little claw. So, he is a combat servitor.
He is a combat servitor, and he's going to prove this.
Servo
He's going to prove his combat goodness.
3 attacks, hitting on 4s, injured, hitting on 5.
Hitting on 5.
Ceaseless.
Oh! Re-roll another one, sir.
Well, I will, but...
Oh! I mean, let's see what he would have got. It's a decent roll. I am also injured, but that's 2 crits, 2 hits, sir.
So, shock hit.
I ignore it.
3...
Just a scratch.
4 damage down to 3 damage.
But a scratch, he says.
He doesn't.
No. But ooh.
On a 5 up.
Oh my god, I
have
almost
to kill
don't want to do this.
I know.
I feel like we are going to roll for it though.
Yeah.
But on a
Acid
5 up,
blood.
you also die. Thank God, in a weird way. I didn't want that to happen. Okay, but you do kill him.
Okay.
I'm not going to blow up. He's just going to die.
We do roll Acid Blood afterwards, and the Servitor survives. He's then going to plant Beacon, getting 1 victory point for turning point 3, and then it's over to me, and I'm going to activate my Tremor Sight, bringing him up here to charge and fight the Auto Proxy Servitor.
So I can perform the charge while it has conceal if I'm performing the burrow action during the same activation. So I burrow for 1, charge for 2, and then I'm going to strike. So I've got 5 attacks, hitting on 3s.
4-3. It's a terrible roll. I mean, it's not a bad roll, but it's not
3 threes.
Not a great roll. 2 misses so far, but I didn't play any of the things that would be good, so I'll shut up.
4 attacks hitting on 4s, lethal 5, shock, severe.
Man alive, okay. This might have been a foolish mistake.
Okay. So that 5 is lethal 5.
So you do get
So
shocked.
severe doesn't kick in, but
Yeah.
I'll use my duty of reclamation to not get another hit.
A reroll. I might spend a reroll. Yeah, I think I can kill you anyway.
I think you should use a reroll just to be safe.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna hit you for 4 damage.
Okay, I'm going to hit you for 4 damage and knock out one of your hits.
And then I'll hit you for 4 damage and kill
I
you.
die, yes.
So I'm on 16 wounds. But I am somewhat dick in the wind, as they say. So we do forget Acid Blood, however I do manage to kill the proxy servitor. Anyway, it's over to Ryan then, and he activates this servitor with Flamer and moves around to take a shot. Okie, so you're firing with your Flamer into my Tremor Sight.
Yep. 4 attacks hitting on 2s with a reroll from the duty of reclaim. Well, that's alright.
Hitting on 2s, not bad indeed. I've got a 5-up save with this guy. No cover, but you saturate anyway. Make 1.
So that's 12 damage.
12 damage!
Yeah.
Woo!
And then.
No and then.
And then.
No and then.
And then.
No and then.
He is going to. My last reserve cell is going to be spent to give this guy a shot on him.
Ooh.
So alas, this move cannot happen. The Neurosilic reserve cells can let you do a free transfer power. However, it cannot perform a fight or shoot in the action in which it does it, and it has just shot me, so this is not legal.
I've used the reserve cells to Nospheric Network the heavy gunner to shoot.
Yeah.
He's getting accurate 2.
Indeed he is.
Accurate 2.
Accurate
hitting
2.
on 4s.
You don't get accurate 2 because I'm concealed.
Oh.
You only get it on an engaged target.
So I'll roll
you
those.
have to roll
2.
those because they were your accurate 2, yeah.
So 1. I get 1 reroll for the duty of reclamation.
Nice.
Terrible roll.
So you've got 2 hits.
2 hits. Minus 1 hit because we said. I think easily savable for him.
Well, I'm not in any cover. It's no P though, right?
No P.
I think I need a 5-up. Well, I mean, that's the first one. It makes no difference. 5-up saves it.
Easy.
But you can still shoot again, so.
Yeah.
It's over to me. I'm going to activate my leader. I'm going to roll to heal because of my regenerative flesh. I'm going to upload on the objective, and then I'm going to burrow because that's what my bug boys do. It's over to Ryan, and he's going to activate the heavy gun servitor with heavy arc rifle and fire at my tremor sight out in the open.
Heavy arc rifle.
I don't know what that sound is.
That is a heavy arc.
That's the heavy arc rifle powering
Hitting
up.
on 4s.
Woo!
It's a good roll, and with the duty of reclamation.
Jeez, I think he must be just dead.
So P1. So
I think he is just dead. I mean, I'll roll it, but I make no saves.
So that is 20 damage.
Whoa! Damn, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
A nid killer.
That's a nid killer for sure.
Nid killer.
Damn.
And then, with his second action, he's going to have to dash to there.
Unsurprisingly, my tremor sight dies, but I'm getting a bit of overwatch now from the venom spitter.
Got a bit of Overwatch.
So his sack isn't as good.
No. So it's going to be range 8, piercing 1, poison. 4 attacks hitting on 3s though.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay. Oof. All hit.
Oof. So I think I
P1.
play the ploy.
You're going to play the ploy to get rid of P?
Yes.
Makes sense, makes
the
sense.
autopheric supplication. And then.
Thankfully, I ignore obscurity because you're on a vantage.
Yes.
Otherwise,
so
you might get
I'll take
obscurity.
cover.
Sure, yeah. It's not. Oh, beautiful
great
roll.
save.
So you get rid of them, so I'm only going to deal 4 damage. And poison for these guys only poisons on a crit.
And it's the gunner, so he's actually got 7 wounds.
Ooh.
Loads of wounds.
A reposition from the heavy gunner as Ryan activates the heavy bolter. He's then going to Nospheric Network with the other heavy gunner.
So a bit of a nospheric transfer. You've moved your other gunner and you're forcing this gunner to then shoot
again.
me again. Okay, so he's got a hell of a weapon.
1, hitting on 4s.
Yes,
because you're on engage.
I am on engage. Hit on 4s.
1 reroll.
3 attacks.
P1.
Ooh.
No crits and no stun this time.
That's not going to be any. How much is that?
That's 12 damage.
Ooh, am I on 18 or something? 17.
Down to 5.
Man, alivicus.
So there's some powerful shooting potential in this team. Last activation, the Techno-Archaeologist dashes, plants a beacon for 1 victory point, and then continues moving around the building. And that's the end of turning point 3. So let's have a quick look at where we started and where we've ended up at the end of this turn. A lot more killy this turn. I've managed to lose 2 of my Raveners and only take out 2 more Servitors, and as a reminder, we're playing mission 4, Upload. Here are the points, but no one's scoring. I do get a 2nd victory point for Infiltration for Implant, as this Servitor is implanted and still alive, and Ryan does obviously score the 2 victory points for his plant beacons this turn, with these 2 beacons, 1 being in mine and 1 being in his deployment. Let's get into the final turn.
We are in the end game now. We're in turning point 4. Let's see if I can... Oh, I won initiative once, didn't I? Did I have last initiative? So you'll break ties. I mean, it's just you.
Only just. Only just.
Are you taking it, though?
Yes, I have to.
You have to take it. What are you going to be playing, sir?
I think I'm going to play So I will play the damage reduction one.
Damage reduction one. On 5 up, you get a reduced damage.
Yes.
I'll do my thing with my leader.
I managed to roll above the turn, getting a victory point, and then back into it.
So I can Omni Scramble, fall back, place a marker, pick up a marker, reposition. But if I reposition, I have to go to as close to an objective marker or a mission marker onto this objective. So that's what I'll do.
I'm going to place my tunnel token there.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to do a death from below, giving me balanced if I've performed it, or thingy if I'm on a tunnel.
Okay.
Cord emergence and tunnel lurkers as well, so I'm down to 1.
Okay.
Because their firefight ploys don't seem great to me, whereas I might as well use this to buff up, stay alive. Okay.
First activation for Ryan is all about points. He's going to upload on this objective and then move out and plant beacon in my half with his Techno-Archaeologist. A little bit of a point swing from there. Then it's over to me, and I'm going to charge with my leader.
I assume my best buggist in the world could kick your lily pansy ass.
I'm going to survive.
So I'm going to do this in conceal, because I don't need to be engaged, because I'm not going to fire anything. I'm not having to charge, so let's go. Leader is popping up. He's popping up into combat with your leader, man.
Yep.
And because he is the leader, my guy's awesome in combat. You don't get to reroll any of your attacks, just so you know, because of my Neuropredatory crest.
Okay.
There's a
crazy mohawk. Stop re-rolling.
Basically, you're like, wow, that's a hell of a mohawk.
That is a good
indeed.
mohawk.
Stop re-rolling, and you're like, oh. So that is what I've hit with so far. It's not awesome, but I am on my tunnel, which means
ceaseless.
I am ceaseless.
Finally, it kicks in.
I mean, a balance would have done it. So I guess I'll re-roll the 1 miss that I have. Into a, I was going to say into a miss, but I get 0 crits.
Okay.
Just so you know.
I'm 4 attacks on 4s, severe and shock.
How many wounds are you?
9 with
That's
the
still
damage reduction.
I'm going to deal 4 damage.
I'm going to deal 4 damage and.
Do you not rolling for damage reduction?
I will roll.
Sorry, yeah. So 4 damage.
5 up. Nope.
Okay, so you've taken 4 damage.
Yep.
You've dealt how much damage?
4 damage and parried 1. So
I do get to roll to see if I deal damage to you as well. I deal 1 damage to you, sir, because of my acid blood.
So I'm down to 4.
Okay, and then I'm going to deal 4 damage.
And then I shall die.
Killing. Oh no! I'm going to implant you.
Okay. Then I'll hit you for 3.
3 damage. You're down another 1 wound. And then I will kill you.
Okay.
So I'm down to 13.
The leader dead, I then move onto my tunnel on objective 1 and hang out. Ryan then activates his heavy arc rifle servitor.
5 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Accurate 1. Piercing 1. Stun. No CP.
Piercing 1?
Piercing 1.
I'm probably just dead. I make 1 save.
8 damage. Save it on a 50-50.
Let's save it on a 50-50. Well, it's a 5 up. Oh! 4 damage.
Yeah.
He lives on 1. I was not expecting that.
He then passes with the gunner instead of Newspheric Fearing, so I have no targets. My Fell Talon then bops on objective 2 and passes. Ryan then activates his other heavy gunner, dashes, and shoots.
Attack doing currently.
In on 4s.
Oh!
No crits, so no piercing.
That's decent now. Because I'm on my tunnel, I am in cover.
Okay.
But like you're provided by light cover, so you can still shoot me.
Yes.
But I can retain 2.
Yeah.
So I will retain 2 because my save is not great. So I'm going to retain 2. I will roll the other 1.
Okay.
Does not get it.
8 damage.
8 damage.
Down to 5.
Oof.
Over to me, and I'm going to activate my Venom Spitter, moving forward and take a shot at the heavily injured Breacher.
A little bit out of sequence. But this guy, because he's hiding behind a wall, he's going to take a little shot. He is injured now, though, so he's not going to be as good as he was.
And he ain't got his ball sack anymore.
He's not got his ball sack, for sure. 4 attacks, hitting on 4s now. I'll do the piercing, because it makes no difference. Woof. So a hit and a crit.
Hit and a crit.
Hit and a crit. P1.
P1. 4 ups.
Whoa!
But I ain't got any CP.
What's my minimum damage is going to be 4 on this, so even if you reduce it with your damage reduction,
He'd just dead.
he'd kill you.
So I managed to go up a kill grade with my kill here, and then Ryan moves forward with his combat servitor. Over to me, and I upload in counteraction with my leader onto this objective. It must have been getting late. Ryan then activates his servitor, moves and uploads again this turn on the same objective, which you can't do. Anyway, that's the end of the game. Here's where we started, and here is where we ended up. Only 2 deaths for the Battleclade this turn, no deaths for the Raveners, and as a reminder, we're playing Mission 4 Upload. Here are the points that ended up on the objective. That last one obviously should be 2. I'm going to score 6 for mine, Ryan's going to score 3 for his, and let's move on to the secondaries, the TAC Ops. This guy's implanted and still alive, so I get my second, maxing out my TAC Op, and Ryan didn't get the second for plant beacons, this time just the 1, so just 1 victory point there. I do get an extra victory point for beating Ryan in the kill op, and let's move on to the crit ops. Ryan gets 2 for taking TAC op, and I took randomly kill op, even though you can't max it with implant, but that does mean at the end of the game it is a Ravener victory, 18-11. Put those hands in the air for the Tyrannid fans. Yes, all 6 of them. It's a bug victory. Thank you so much for watching. If you like any of the tokens you've seen in the game, you can get them all from the Crossfire Gaming Store on Etsy using the code GFNGaming24 to get a discount. I'll put that all in the description of this video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.